Hey everyone, it's me, Nathan from Nathan's Way. In this video, I'm going to be talking about some of my challenges I have in Magic and how I deal with them. And I'm also going to break down 5 subjects in Magic that I really have difficulty with. And I wanted to do this video because I know sometimes people get frustrated when they're trying to learn aspects of Magic that are not easy. And I figured that if I talk about my difficulties, it could help someone else. Now, with me, I have dyslexia. Dyslexia has been a challenge, and I've learned to cope with it, but it has affected me with reading and writing and articulating things that I wish to articulate, read, or write. And so, I found ways to go around it. I found ways to cope and deal. And I like to think as myself as someone who seeks knowledge, who likes to learn. And wanting to learn is half the battle. The rest of the half is figuring out how to learn, because different people learn in different ways. I am more hands-on. I do it just let's get your hands dirty and dig in the dirt and just do it. And when it comes to research and books and like book smarts, that has always been really hard for me because of my reading disability. Now, thanks to audiobooks, YouTube, and people who I've seen talk in person, and teachers that I've had, it has made my journey a little bit easier and a little bit more or going forth. And thank God for Patreon as well, because a lot of these YouTubers really go in depth, more in depth on their YouTube or their paid packages, which is amazing. It's rightfully so. Now, with that being said, I wanted to kind of break down 5 subjects that I have difficulty in, that I want to learn, but is just going to take a lot more time than it's going to take a lot more time. That will probably take from years to the rest of my life. Who knows? But the point of this video is to show my struggles and show my challenges and to find solutions so it could possibly inspire other people to not give up on what they love. So the first thing on the list is astral projection. Astral projection fascinates me so much. I always wanted to go in the astral field and just explore and create and figure out what my life is on the astral plane. And this kind of also goes hand in hand with out-of-body experiences. Now, I've been to the astral plane less than a handful of times. I had probably a handful of out-of-body experiences, but I've never been able to purposely go into the astral plane or out-of-body experiences. I have gone with guided meditations. Guided meditations help me a lot. I love guided meditations, but the thing about guided meditations is I have to have someone in person to help guide me. I can't just put on a audio guided meditation. It just doesn't work for me. But astral projection has been a challenge, and I I feel like I need the right teacher to help me figure out how. Now, when I have gone to the astral field, or I've had out of body experiences, I always seem to end up in sleep paralysis, where my mind is awake but my body won't move, and that's a little scary. Like, it's a little scary. I've woken up to that, trying to talk or move, and it was just not working. Now, number 2 is divination. Now, I read tarot, and I think I do my own thing, where I read tarot as a different perspective, as a way to kind of search for the answers within yourself, kind of like a subconscious thing, but I also use it as a way to help guide myself and people. So when I do a tarot reading, I tell people up front, I'm not here to predict the future. I'm here to kind of get you to seeing things in a different perspective and see how that might affect your future. Now, I like that I do that. I feel like I'm pretty good at doing that. But I would like to dive more into the divination as a psychic link. And I've had readings where they hit the nail on the head. And I really do appreciate the ability to tap into divination as seeing into the future, or kind of having that intuition that something's going to happen, or that kind of spark or zap. And I know I will dive into that, but I feel like it's a lot of concentration, and it's a lot of work that I need the time to put into it. And it's probably something that I might need a teacher with too. A lot of these subjects that I listed, these 5 subjects I listed, I feel are really things that I need to learn from someone, or someone can teach me. Also, when my dyslexia is, I'm less stressed. My dyslexia kind of simmers down, where I can read a lot longer instead of the same page 5 times. So I will be diving into some books that have to do with divination as well. Now, 3, sigils. I have difficulty with sigils. I've tried so many ways to do a sigil that nothing feels right. I haven't found my way to do it. I've tried the making pictures out of the letters. I've tried doing the alphabet wheel. I've tried doing the alphabet board, and nothing feels right, and nothing is clicking for me. Now, Ember, who suggested I do this whole Witchy Everyday in November series, she just posted a video on how she makes sigils, and it kind of clicked. So I think I'm going to play around with that idea and see where that might go. 4, spirits. Dealing and being in the presence of spirits. Now, I have felt deity. I have felt power and magic. But when it comes to spirits, and when it comes to even deities or gods and goddesses, I feel a little disconnect somewhere, where that I can't tell what spirit or what deity is around, or I can't tell what's going on around me. And I would like to dive more and kind of get into that mindset of, oh, okay, this deity is giving me a sign. They must be somewhere around, or, whoa, that felt weird. Or that there's a spirit here, but I've never been able to pinpoint them. I can feel them. I can feel like energy shifts, but sometimes I just can't tell. Ceremonial magic is number 5 on this list, and ceremonial magic is something that always intimidated me, but it also intrigued me. Now, when I think of ceremonial magic, I think of the Golden Dawn, the secret societies, and I always think that they're spending like 5 or 6 hours one ritual without stopping and just being all intense and magical in their dark cloaks. And to be frankly honest, it looked like a lot of reading that would hurt my dyslexia, and it looked like something that was far too intense for my capabilities. Now, in recent years, when I looked at talks, I looked at techniques, I realized that some of my fears are a little unfounded, because some traditions like the LBRP, or some rituals like the LBRP, only take about 6 minutes, when in my head I would think it would take 6 hours. Now, Damien Eccles came out with an amazing book it's like an intro, but it's also advanced, I feel, because anyone can pick up his book on high magic and can understand the fundamentals, but it goes more in depth in how to do it. So, it kind of got me to thinking that it could potentially be accessible for me in the future. I would love to take a class. I would love to really delve deep into these topics, but again, your magical practice is a learning process. You're always going to be learning. You're always going to be evolving, and I always want to keep going. I feel like there's a lot in this world to explore, and if some subject is challenging, save it for later and come back to it. Or maybe find a different way to go about it. So those are just some of my thoughts, and those are 5 of my challenges, my magical subject challenges, or magical area challenges. I gotta figure out what I'm going to write this, title this, but I think that talking about your challenges and talking about your struggles also opens you up to getting help, or getting ideas, or maybe even getting a teacher. So you never know. You never know. And with that being said, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you would like more videos like this, please consider liking, subscribing, and hitting that little notifications bell down below so you can get updated on when I post. I'm going to be posting every day in November for Witching Every Day in November that Ember Honey Raven and asked if I wanted to do, and I said yes. And yeah, come along this journey with me. Thank you. And thank you for coming along this journey with me. This is my way. Nathan's way. Bye.